Welcome to your weekend focus, July the 17th and the 18th, 2021. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. I send it right back to you. You guys absolutely, you rock. So thank you. 17 for our energy. 17 is making the impossible possible. 17 is getting the clarity and the understanding of how to go forward where you didn't know how that was going to happen. You didn't have any kind of inkling. Now, 1 plus 7 is an 8. And 8s require energy. So we have to do something. We have to put forth energy, thought. Maybe roll up our sleeves and get to work. 8 also is very strong in if we don't walk within our integrity, if we try to get the shortcut, if we try to do something a little underhanded, if we tell a couple of white lies because it's easier, those things will come back and haunt us under an 8 energy. So the 8 energy is very much about walking with an integrity. The 8 energy is also connecting with your strength, your courage, and bringing them out and, standing up for yourself. Taking a direct approach to your focus, your goals, your dreams, your rights. And because I said that, I almost feel like the energy will work against us and we will run at the first sign of trouble. And we'll feel that fight or flight kind of thing, and we'll want to fly. We'll want to take flight and get away from the problem, the obstacle, the thing standing in our way. So it's best to look it straight in the eye this weekend, understand it, learn from it, because we are under the 17 energy, which means we can make the impossible possible. We get the clarity, we get the understanding. We have a dream that puts it all together for us. If we do the daily for Saturday, it would be a 20. So 20 is about decisions, it's about awareness, it's about turning points. So it's extremely important, especially on the Saturday, to back it up a little bit. Think about where you want to go, what you want to do, who you want to become, and what obstacles stand in your way. Because now is a time when you will understand how to go through them with a sense of integrity, through your strength, through your courage, your intuition and your sage wisdom, because that has been a strong part of the last couple of days. Then we have the 18. The 18 is about going within, understanding what truly means happiness, joy, freedom, liberation to you. What is your true balance? What do you need in your life in order to smile on a regular basis? Get out of bed in the morning, just can't wait for the day to begin kind of energy. What do you need in your life? What passions do you need to awaken within you? What goals, desires do you need to awaken and let them motivate you into your tomorrow? 1 plus 8 is a 9. That's very much about completions, about endings, about moving away from something, maybe changing a behavior or a habit, replacing it with something better that makes you stronger, that makes you more vital, is what I hear. So vital. Or maybe it's something that's holding you back from time or resources. But we're able to recognize these obstacles. So long as we're not looking for the shortcut. If we see the shortcut and we go for it, chances are we'll find ourselves back here or a few steps farther back, so that we walk it right the next time. So keep your integrity intact. Don't tell that little white lie, even though it's an easier answer. And you're really not hurting anybody by the white lie. It will come back. It will circle back into your life. It will push you back. And then the daily is 21, right? So 21 is the world card. It's about completions. It's about endings. It's about understanding what we need to truly let go of. So there's that message again about us needing to let go of something in order to move forward. And I think we know what it is. But maybe we don't want to look at it. Maybe we have blinders on. Maybe we are trying to ignore that part of our life, hoping it'll just dissipate, go away on its own. Maybe we realize in certain areas of our life we've been doing the same thing over and over and over, but expecting a new result because of it. And 2 plus 1 is a 3, because it's about planting those seeds. It's about inventing, creating, pouring out love. And love mainly in your own direction. Because with this kind of energy, we start to doubt ourselves. And don't worry about procrastination. Procrastination is actually probably a good thing right now, because it's making us back up and really look at both sides of the coin. It's making us... Do we have the moon in Libra? Yeah, I think we do. For part of the day on Saturday. We'll get to that. So maybe Saturday is the day when we really pull back and think things through and understand that there's 3 sides to every story. Mine, yours, and the truth in the middle. But with the 3 energy, it also brings, and the 20 energy also brings in a sense of luck. But we have to be going forward. We have to be, so maybe it's, you need to travel somewhere, you need to, I heard go on a voyage. So if you can go on a voyage, investigate. Perhaps you sit there and you Google some things and you get some information that will prosper your path going forward, that will add to your path going forward, that will show you where you can free up time or energy or resources in order to go forward. Sun is in Cancer. Moon, we start out in Scorpio. But I think somewhere around Saturday afternoon, I think our starts out in Libra and then moves into Scorpio. Early afternoon. I have somebody at the door. How weird is that? Hang on, guys. Okay, sorry. False alarm. The one next door neighbor, the dogs really don't like him. And every time he pulls in, the dogs go insane. They do not like him. They do not trust him. Therefore, I do not trust him or like him. You know, dogs usually can tell you things that you don't know. So pay attention, because they listen to their intuition and their sage wisdom without even thinking it through. It's just an automatic for them. We were actually trained not to do those things. And so it's much harder for us. But we can retrain ourselves. We can retrain our brains. One day at a time, one step at a time. And if you mess up, that's quite all right, because how many years have you been in training? So start listening to your intuition. Start tapping into that sage wisdom. There's many examples of, and whatever your beliefs are, but reincarnation, of people being under hypnosis and speaking languages they didn't know and talking about countries they've never seen. And so we do bring that wisdom forward because it's brought out through hypnosis. So what other treasures do we hold within us? What skills were we working on in a past life that could help us in this life if we unleash it? And that's by tapping into your intuition and your sage wisdom. That's by turning inward and understanding what a wonder you are. Okay, so the moon moves into Scorpio. I think that's what I was saying. Scorpio is one that digs for the truth. It's yes or no, it's truth or false, it's up or down, it's black or white. There's no gray area when it comes to Scorpio. So we'll be more inclined to see with a clarity and an understanding, so long as we give it our attention, our focus. So with the 18 energy on the Sunday, turn it within. Have a conversation seemingly with yourself. Tap into your intuition, your sage wisdom. Talk to God, your angels, your spirit guides. Wait for their whispers in your ear for the solution, the idea, the aha moment, the epiphany. Okay, let's see what the cards have to say for this weekend. First card is, look at this, the Four of Swords. Now, when the Four of Swords comes out as a first card, watch your health. Don't take unnecessary risks. You know, use your blinker when you're driving. Don't just hope that the guy realizes you're turning behind you, okay? Don't put yourself in harm's way. Take care of yourself. Eat healthy this weekend, okay? Get enough sleep this weekend, okay? Take care of you, that vessel that moves you forward in this life. Now, on another, I guess, translation of this card could be and would be that we need to take a deep breath, not push through walls that aren't moving, but rather back up and realize there was a door that was there the whole time, but we didn't see it. We didn't see it because we were standing too close to the problem. So move away from it. It's about rest. It's about recuperation. It's about breathing. It's about being in the now. Knowing what you have control over, knowing what you don't have control over. Don't, oh, you know what I kind of forgot talking about that this kind of reminded me of is Sun is opposing Pluto, I think, this weekend. Whether it's the Saturday or the Sunday, or maybe it happened on the Friday, but we'll definitely be feeling the effects of that. And when that happens, crisis, chaos, all kinds of things to upset the apple cart can appear in our lives. It could happen through people talking behind your back. It could happen through somebody manipulating you, or you could be doing this to somebody else and realizing it of yourself. You might be, so don't be resistant to change. Don't let your ego rule the day. Now, this is when, those unresolved matters that you thought was long gone and behind you and nobody was talking about anymore come back into play. We also see where perhaps we've been giving away our personal power, or we've been holding on too tightly to something. We need to let it go. So there could be stress, there could be unrest. So this is a card telling us to take a deep breath. That nothing's happening in this very moment while you are just taking a couple of breaths. And it'll be there when you're done taking a couple of breaths to deal with. But you'll be stronger to deal with them. You'll be more balanced to deal with them. The Magician, asking you shall receive. When things go wrong in our life, when chaos rears its ugly head, when a sadness comes in, when an accident happens, a crisis comes into play, we immediately start talking about the negative, all the bad things that are happening. We completely go to the worst case scenarios. We completely do the negative spiral down the rabbit hole. And with the Magician here, we cannot allow ourselves to do that. So we need to use that stress to put it into something that we are creating, something that we are learning, something that we want to go forward in, something that we want to manifest in our life, transform in our life. Those are the things that we need to give thought to when the magician appears, because your wish will be granted. And if you are already experiencing a little bit of chaos and you think chaos, 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 the chaos will come. So take a couple of breaths. See your vision of what you are trying to accomplish. If it's losing 10 pounds, it's losing 10 pounds. If it's going for a walk, see yourself taking a walk, smiling. You know, your arms are going, you're standing up straight, you're enjoying it. The birds are singing, the kids are playing in the park. It's beautiful, it's harmony. Wouldn't you like more of that into your life? The Three of Wands. The Three of Wands says we will be looking at different perspectives of our problems, of our challenges, of our burdens. Maybe where we're giving away power and how this came to be and how you can start to reclaim that power. Or maybe it's two different jobs you're being offered and one pays better, but the other one, the time that you would have to work works better for your lifestyle. So you have to make a decision. So, and these aren't fast decisions that we need to make when the Three of Wands comes up. The Three of Wands is about contemplation, going within, understanding, a deeper understanding. We have that Scorpio moon helping us to look at the deeper understandings, the deeper truths of how to go forward. Oh, look at this, the Nine of Cups. I'm so glad the Nine of Cups has started to rejoin us this year, throughout the year. This is our wish card. So we have the Magician already on the board. Now we have the wish card here. It's really about forward thinking. We may feel like we are going backwards this weekend. Maybe things come up that were buried, or maybe problems that we have been ignoring and pretending they're not happening are come and they face us. And it's not a time to turn away from those. No, but it's a time to feel very positive that you can break through these walls. You can find the door within the wall. And what is on the other side of the wall, that's where you have to concentrate. That's where you have to put your energy, your focus. So take that stress or that restlessness that you're feeling, or that anger because somebody manipulated you or told you an untruth and it changes everything, or you're mad at yourself because you want to go for that walk and yet no, there was a couple of drops and you knew it was going to stop, but you didn't go anyways and you used those drops as an excuse, and now you're mad at yourself because you didn't follow through. Throw it all in the garbage, okay? Or look at it. Okay, so what can you do? What can you do to make sure that you go for that walk next time? Buy yourself an umbrella. There. The drops, no excuse. You can still walk with your umbrella. You know, look for the solutions. Look for the solutions in order to turn that doorknob and walk through that wall and appear on the other side, transforming your dreams, your desires, your goals, preparing yourself to celebrate the successes of your tomorrow. And the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is about commitment, marriage, proposals. This is a time to celebrate who you are, where you've gotten to in this point in time, and how it gives you that springboard to actually jump into where you want to go. So what are the good things that you've picked up through your past crisis, your last meeting with chaos, your last struggle, your last conflict? What have you learned, and how can you use that information to your advantage to go forward and celebrate? I mean, yeah, what we're building here does not look like a castle. So we stuck four wands in the ground. We hung up a little bit of garland, but we need to celebrate. We need to celebrate the baby steps. We need to celebrate because it's not easy to take those baby steps. Sometimes it is. But most times it looks like a baby step and then, wow, I got to pole jump this thing, vault it. So anyways, celebrate. And if there are people in your life, rather than looking at the negative of what they bring into the relationship, look at the positive. Look what you can build on to grow it deeper, to grow it stronger. And I think we'll be more apt, especially with the sun and Pluto. You know, there will be jealousy or uh, conflicts within relationships. There are things that you don't see eye to eye to. The things that bothered you a month ago seem to bother you now. Or maybe you've been ignoring it for the last 3 months, and that's why a month ago you realized that it was happening and you were just going to ignore it, and now you can't ignore it anymore, and it turns into this big blowout instead of taking a step back and saying, okay, so how can I make this better? How can I make this better in my life? What kind of words do I need to use? What kind of conversation do I need to have? Will this make things better, or is this just a band-aid for a deeper problem? Okay, let's get a mantra card. So I think we have to stay on our toes. We can't let ourselves get run down this weekend. We can't let ourselves go to the negative this weekend. And it may not be the easiest of things for some of us, okay? Because Pluto is there, and Pluto wants to get that warrior inside of you on fire. And the sun's going, yeah, but I don't want to do that, because it's scary and it's new and it's different. And so you're going to hit those roadblocks, those excuses you've been using. You know, I can't go out because I felt a couple of raindrops. I'm not getting wet. So what's the excuse? And it's okay to procrastinate under this energy, so long as that you are really thinking through things and not pushing it to the back burner or hiding it under the rock, the bucket, the carpet. So it's not the easiest of energies because we have to look within. Owl, follow your intuition. You know, we have the 18 energy. It's about looking within. It's about listening to our intuition. And some people tell me, oh, my intuition throws me right off. Whatever my intuition says, I do the opposite, and it usually works out good. Well, don't you think your intuition kind of knows that about you? It's about believing. Believing in your truths, your determinations, your goals, your desires. It's about believing, and it's about not even believing, but understanding that you already hold the answers based on your truths, your values, your beliefs. Where's our book? I hid it. Look at that, it opens right up to Owl. Love this deck. One of my Patreon subscribers sent me this deck. It's just beautiful. I had a girlfriend actually loan me the deck, and I think I did like 4 or 5 readings with you guys, and I fell in love with the deck. And one of my Patreon subscribers, bless her, she's definitely on my prayer list, she's awesome, sent me the deck. And it actually got caught up like over a year ago in quarantine. So I know exactly when I got this deck because it was held up. It had to stay in quarantine for a couple of weeks. You hold within you the qualities and traits of the owl. You may have fine-tuned your intuitive abilities, that sense of inner knowing. You may have become strong-willed, more perceptive, more wise. Learn from the silence of the owl's spirit, which offers lessons of stealth and poise in our everyday lives. If you're about to take on a new business venture, let go of some parts of your life that are no longer relevant. Once again, it's about letting go, even with the owl here. It's important that you become more observant. You cannot fool the owl. He is aware of his surroundings at all times. With this message, you can follow your goals to prosperity and heed these qualities to live the life of your dreams. The mantra is, I am wise and intuitive. I follow my inner wisdom to prosperity. You start saying that, maybe the magician will hear. And all of a sudden, the more you start listening to yourself, the better things get. The more right turns you make, the more right steps you make. Know that you have that inner compass. It's built in. You own it. So it's a tool like any other tool. And if you don't work it, it's like a muscle. If you don't work it, it's not going to be a muscle for long. So you got to work it. You got to strengthen it. You know, start doing little things like if the phone rings before you look, try and guess who it is. Or you're coming to an intersection and you're going to guess the color of the car on your left-hand side when you pull up. Or little random things, you know. And you'll find that when you do this and you start doing things like this, you start to grow a little bit each and every time. And then maybe it's not today, and maybe it's not tomorrow, next week, or next month. You start doing this and start looking towards your intuition again, and you'll be amazed at some of the things that you're guessing right consistently going forward. Okay, let's grab our animals. You know, and there's cards out there. What's it called? I want to say Tatwana. Yeah, I think Tatwana cards. Anyways, they help you build your intuition, and it's a white circle, a yellow, and it's triangles and squares, and it's two basic colors. But you can do it with a deck of cards. You can guess what the next card's going to be. You can have a set of dice in your hands and guess what the numbers are going to add up to, or if it's going to be a 6 and a 3, or that could be profitable at a casino if you get good at that one. Hey, there is that energy of a luck vibration through travel, through, I heard voyages again, so we're going to go with the word voyages. Whatever that may mean to you. I don't think you have to physically leave, though. You can mentally leave. Look at this, strut your stuff with the peacock. Once again, I think I said closer to the beginning of this that we may have a tendency to back down from challenges, from confrontations, from competition. And this is a time to really stand your ground and show the world what you've got to bring to the table. So it's standing up for yourself, maybe your rights, who you are in this world. Strut your stuff. I buried the book again. The peacock. Beauty, confidence, foresight, and clairvoyance. Clairvoyance goes with intuition, absolutely. Never bend your head, always hold it high and look the world straight in the eye. We have the 20 energy, and although I didn't mention it, the 20 energy always, I get this image when I hear the number 20 or I see the number 20 of standing in a Superman pose and seeing a part of my life or my day roll out in front of me exactly how I want it to go. So you just stand there nice and strong, feet square, shoulders back, hands on the hip. Imagine that cape fluttering behind you. Look up and stand there for 5 minutes. And when you first start doing something like this kind of exercise, 5 minutes is going to seem like an hour and a half, okay? But as you start to do this, if you decide to, pick this up as the way to start your day and how you're going to roll out your day, or maybe there's an important meeting, or you have to have a conversation that's going to be difficult, and seeing it play out the exact way you want to see, more often than not, the good things are gravitated to that. and things start to work in that general direction. It's like you're actually writing the script, you're writing the narrative for your day. And when you start doing that, all of a sudden you're going to find that 5 minutes really isn't enough time to get it all in. Peacock is completely aware of his beauty, wants you to work on believing that you too are beautiful inside and out. Peacock believes that you have lost confidence with your inner and outer appearance. Oftentimes, to regain that confidence, you have to fake it to make it. And it is then that you push yourself into a vibration, which is your true self. Peacock may have come into your life to show you that you are coming into a new spiritual growth path. So it may be time to take a meditation class, tarot class, quantum touch, Reiki. If you're feeling less than beautiful, embrace Peacock and allow him to help you strut your stuff. So understand that you are worthy, that you are deserving. It's not just words I say. So if you're not to that point, trust me, you can be at that point where you understand your beauty, your worth, your value, and honoring yourself, loving yourself, embracing yourself, your talents, your abilities, and going forward with the strength, with the confidence. It's then that you can't wait to jump out of bed in the morning. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.